Hello everyone, and welcome to Crime Scene Cleaner, a work simulator style game sort of in the vein of Viscera Cleanup Detail, in which we are tasked with cleaning up the gruesome aftermath of horrible crimes. Now, this has got a bit of a twist on it in that I don't believe it's as open-ended as Viscera Cleanup Detail. I think there's actually something of a story to it, and I think our service is not entirely voluntary. See, I don't believe we're working for one of the legit crime scene cleaning companies. I think we're talking more about the Mothers and Fathers Italian Association, if you know what I mean. At least that's what my grandma always says. And her birthday checks are suspiciously large for what she did, so I think she's worth listening to.
You can work hard through your whole life, but sometimes even that's not enough. When a person struggles to make ends meet, it's easy to become desperate. As it turns out, one short call can hold the power to change it all. But the question is, should you really take it?
Mr. Kowalski, I fucked up.
I'm here.
I'm not sorry. I needed to bail. I have to be cautious.
Are you serious? We had a deal.
Just go to apartment 23. I hid the key near the door. You won't miss it. Money is inside. Bye.
Son of a... Is that how you raised your son, Paul?
Okay, here we are, first day on the job. And in this shady neighborhood where we probably don't want to be seen. We've got 3 objectives: collect Tyler's payment, dispose of the bodies, and find a way into apartment 23. Probably not in that order. So we've got to make entry as well, huh? Although right now... Oh wow, there's actually a lot to keep track of here. A skill tree, wow. I love this. I love that we actually have to, take a little pride in our work. And as shameful as it is, I imagine I'll grow to. Eviction notice. Dear tenants, you are required to vacate the building within 90 days. This housing estate was sold to Ruth L.S. Development Group and will soon be transformed into an exclusive residential complex. Residents who resist will be forcibly removed and face criminal liability. June 8th, 2020. Well, let's get it out of the way before someone sees then. So our job is not just to clean things up for who comes after. It's to make sure that who comes after never knows what happened here. There's a statue over there. Hidden apartment. Oh wow, this is so cool. There's actual exploration to this as well. This is already much deeper than I was expecting. Okay, sometimes a fist icon appears, indicating the need to break something even further.
How could anyone even live here?
You don't seem to have a flashlight either. I hate myself, but not today. For me, it's about the inverse. God, you're creepy looking. For a rundown slum, this place sure has got a lot of priceless artwork inside it. Ah, there's the key.
Someone's lucky keys.
Well, given where we're going, maybe not. Ooh, wait. We can do a little bit of looting as well. Huh, makes sense, given what a shady character we are. The whole game revolves around collecting money for the treatment of your sick daughter. Sometimes you may find your payment not enough. There are a lot of valuable items around the crime scene, and some of them may be stolen. To steal a valuable item and sell it for some extra cash, move your mouse and press E. Remember that additional cash will grant you additional points to your skill tree. Oh, so that adds a whole new layer to this. We're not just enriching ourselves. We're actually doing this to keep our daughter alive. The only way, maybe. In other words, we better do the best job we can, even if we don't want any association with these people. Well, maybe we can bust our way into there.
Dad's strength. I'm in.
Okay. So 2 and 3, we can equip our cleaning items. We've got a sponge. Ooh, and a footprint right there. Did somebody try to leave or maybe even jump in? Or did I leave that footprint? Oh god, we've got to make sure that we don't leave any evidence of ourselves either. I wonder if that's a thing. Oh, there we go, but now our sponge is all bloody. We've got to wash it off somewhere, right?
Oh, fuck. I didn't know I signed up for this.
Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be a job and a half. If we walk through here... I can't tell if we're leaving stains of our own, are we? And by looking at these details in the environment, we can probably piece together a story of what happened, right? Looks like somebody might have tried to save themselves in the sink, clean themselves up, but to no avail. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Oh, okay. There are tools, bucket and pressure washer that require water for use. From how long it actually took, it seems like, unlike Viscera, we're going to be really, like, getting into the nitty-gritty here. Oh, there's our bucket. And from here we can fill you. There we are. And now we've got to clean up some of our own mess. Oh. I mean, they match that to our shoes, and we are in trouble. But yeah, this is the kind of thing that I love in a game like this, contrasting this monotonous, boring task with the horrific nature of what it actually is we're going through. And I imagine over time, it's very easy to lose sight of what we're going through. In other words, someone's last horrifying moments, reduced to the blood we're wringing out of a sponge into the sink. But at the end of the day, a job's a job, and you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, maybe there's a better way to do this. What was the first thing we had? This. Okay, a mop. This will probably be better. The sponge is probably, yeah, more for the smaller details. Yep. And we can use you on the walls, too. Excellent. Let's get rid of that handprint, too. A little bit might be okay, but the important thing is that no one opens up an investigation. The good news is that they may end up doing some of the work for us. I mean, this place is all about to be renovated, right? Of course, there's no covering this up, so we're just gonna have to do it the hard way. Honestly, the tone of this is already super interesting. It kind of feels like the slightly more serious thing that Viscera Cleanup Detail always left me wanting. This is interesting. Not every bloodstain is removed in the same way. Some are harder to clean, and it usually depends on the surface the stain is on. A sponge handles stains on difficult surfaces like carpets better, but when cleaning smooth surfaces, it loses out to a mop. And the pressure washer is for when you don't care what's behind it, but you really need it gone. Now, this is a heavy, blunt object. Could it perhaps be the murder weapon? Oh, I've just realized we've yet to actually find the body itself. What about you, Mr. Phone?
I need to talk to you. Can't we just do it over the phone? No, we can't. Stop sneaking around and drag your ass over here. Easy, bro. I am on my way. I'm waiting.
Now one of them is dead and the other one is screwed.
Yeah, one tends to follow the other. Okay, this phone is obviously going to need to disappear. I don't suppose it's going to be possible to bag that up. Actually, We should start cleaning that up as well. So what was the button for the garbage can? We'll just leave you... Oh, I see. So if we go like... Alright, so we push that away. If we switch to the sponge, that can clean off of these cushions, which is all fine. Okay, but it doesn't look like... Can we pick these up and move them out of here? Maybe if we switch to our hands. Yeah, there we go. That might be smarter. Keep this stuff out of the way, and then we'll sort of clean it individually. And this is truly gruesome. But we've still yet to locate the body. I mean, this was quite a struggle, clearly. How do we even know this guy, Tyler? That's my next question. Because clearly he's a lot more than the timid-sounding guy we heard over the phone, right? Presumably that bucket will eventually fill up. However, even amongst all of this, it's kind of weird how relaxing this starts to get so quickly. Oh, there's our boy.
Stabbed to death. Allegedly self-defense.
Well, with this bloody murdered corpse on the floor, I guess let's learn about detergent. Detergents are enhancements that you may use by pouring them into a filled bucket of water. Okay, now we move it like that. So our hand's the optimal tool for moving things. Seems obvious when you put it that way. But you being the biggest thing, I feel like maybe we should start here. Okay, now how does one actually use a detergent? Strength detergent. So let's just pour some of that in there. Hey, we've got to take pride in what we do, right? No, oh my god! Alright, clean detergent. We've got this as well. Let's see what you are like. Only thing is, going from viscera cleanup detail knowledge, wouldn't it be smarter to dispose of the body before we start cleaning up the blood that's leaking out of it? Yeah, now is a very good time to learn about that. Once you find a dead body, it should be removed from the crime scene. Pick it up and take it to the pickup point and throw it there. It should turn into a body bag. When you lift the body, you'll see a pickup point marker, so you'll definitely find it. And there's the knife sticking out of your back.
Murder weapon. That letter T is pretty incriminating.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't be leaving this here. Ooh, my god. Please, the last thing I am equipped to deal with right now is a zombie. They're notoriously dirty. Now, oh, wait, there's something on the window. We can't seem to... it's blocked by wood. Pennywise, 2 boxes of K-Ice, the usual amount. Rob, 40p of Mandy, lean, 5 bottles. Elliot, J, Silent Bob, same old, 1 ounce of Chronic. Susie and Lisa, 1 box of ice. Igor, 50p of Fent. Diane, 20p of Mandy. Eric, 3 bottles of lean. Nate, 3 grams of C. And Tyler, nothing. This mofo still owes me $5,000.
Tyler owed him a lot of money. That's what their beef was about.
I mean, seems kinda pointless when you put it like that, to die over $5,000. Okay, let's, actually, we've got to figure out how we're getting you out of here first. I don't know if we have a real path. What's
He'd get to
this?
have it himself, but hasn't stopped pushing the product.
Complexity in the morality. Shouldn't we maybe be removing this stuff,
Use
though?
a sponge.
Yeah, for the carpet we should. I'm just trying to clear a path so that I can get over to that
Using mop
evidence.
here is pretty much as ineffective as mopping around.
Yeah, I'm talking about the wood. Get rid of that. Yeah, this detergent lasts a while. It's not like Power Washer Simulator where it goes away after like really quickly.
I should use a sponge.
Yeah. Oh, I've actually just noticed the little bar in the bottom right. That'll tell us
Using
when we're
mop
full.
here is pretty much as ineffective as mopping around.
Alright, that's most of the floors done. Here's another phone.
Yet no fun was had.
Pat, I might be late tonight, sorry. Kathy says, why, you on a date or something? And Pat says, no, just gonna buy some weed and have fun. Alright, see you tomorrow. Which she does not deny that conversation still exists on her end, making her a loose end, although probably not one worth pursuing. Hang on, I thought I had seen another key somewhere. Did I already pick it up, perhaps? No, right here. Alright, we're gonna need that. Because I don't know if I'll be able to carry a body down that fire escape. Wow, this place really is run down. Seems like the local drug dealer had the nicest place in this joint. Hang on. To the mindless moron living here, I'm so sick of you. Sick of hearing this hippie music every single night. Sick of your shady-looking friends banging on your door and discussing things loudly in the hallway. You're making my life a living hell.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough neighborhood from what I see.
That's not the half of it. Right, you being gone is obviously the most critical thing in all of this. No body, no murder.
Damn, he's heavy. What now? I guess I put him in my trunk.
Are you sure you don't want something to wrap him in? God, I'm just thinking about this guy bleeding all over my shoulder. Alright, let's see if we can get downstairs. God, is anyone still living here? I'm just wondering whether witnesses are something we still have to look out for. It's giving us a notice about collectibles. No, this is where we came in earlier. Hearing those sirens outside is making me really paranoid. If we're outside with this thing, let's make this as quick as possible. Oh god, he didn't make it in all the way. Come on. Ugh.
There you go.
I mean, there's a carpet upstairs we could maybe roll him in. Gentrification notice.
In other words, you're too poor to live here.
Yep, that's what's happening. This place may have been a dump, but for the people who were here before, what's the alternative? The answer is there are fewer of those now. I like it. I like that this game is actually taking its tone seriously for the subject matter. There have been others like it, but none that really hit the mark as far as that's concerned. But back to work. That's the thing about these cleaning games. For as horrible as the work is, there's a certain satisfaction in seeing everything come together and seeing a dirty space become clean. Alright, let's get the sponge. Oh, right, and we're also going to need to tidy up the room. It said that some things need to be put back where we found them. Furniture may be found lying around the location in utter chaos. To tidy up the room, you should move all the pieces of furniture to their designated places. Okay, so let's use our sponge to clean all of these things up. I mean, I see why there's a bar in the top left that shows us what still needs to be done. But I think it might be kind of interesting, although maybe outside the scope of this game, to make it so that we have to be paranoid and really go over it and make sure we got every little thing. Could add an interesting layer to all this. There was a game years ago called Indigo Prophecy. I remember playing the demo over and over again for PS2. And it opens with you committing a murder while in a trance-like state. And it's just... that whole demo is just you're in the bathroom of a diner, there's a cop sitting outside at the table, and you just have, like, a minute or something like that to clean things up to the best of your ability and make your escape. And there's so many different ways it can go, depending on how you go about things. This kind of feels like the conclusion to my interest in that for me. Hello, there might be something more that our buddy Ty didn't tell us about. The dealer was trying to get to here.
What the hell happened up there?
Cleaner Sense. Cleaner Sense is your special type of intuition, which helps you a lot with polishing the crime scene to perfection. Every now and then, you're able to activate a special type of vision which highlights every element of the crime scene. This is gonna make a big mess when I open it up, isn't it?
At least he didn't screw me over.
There's the cash. Those are stacks of hundreds. With all that, you could have just paid the dealer. And maybe quite selfishly, I'm glad you didn't. There we go. Tell you what, I'll save that for when we're done out here, okay? In the meantime, now would be a good moment to worry about our trash. So we highlight all of you like that. And the entire room gets shoved into the bag. Now we can pull you out, and I guess we'll have to dispose of you afterwards. There you go. Alright, this is pretty intuitive. We do not need to collect your potatoes, but anything broken, anything that suggests a struggle, that's all what's going to have to go. Although, it seems like there's a lot of things here that probably should also go. Alright, you're all good. That furniture is done. That's done. This is going to take a bit more doing, though. This is starting to fill up, but I think we'll be able to get it. Just think, this is 38% of the blood at the scene. Oh my, I don't even really want to get close to it right now. Hang on, let's bring the bucket out here. There's got to be a proper way to dispose of what's in it, right? Maybe we just want to dump it down the drain? What if we bring you straight to here? We drain you out the bottom and replace you anew. There's something so eerie about that too, isn't there? Or at least the kind of thing that makes your skin crawl. That moment you realize you're doing this task and not doing it any differently than how you would at home. And yet that's somebody's life you're washing down the drain. I mean, we can say it wasn't our fault, but somebody's got to do this job. But one way or another, we're at least an accessory, and that's putting it mildly. Yep. Do we also have to straighten the paintings? Because I feel like this would bother me a lot. I can see coming to take pride in a job like this in leaving truly no trace. I mean, it's got to come from somewhere, right? There we go, and that's it. That's all the blood. Now, let's start setting things right. So we're probably going to want to keep these things here. There we go, and it'll show us where they're meant to be. You go here. Everything's got to be specific, it seems. You here. Where's that last cushion? You don't go on you. Wow, that thing made it all the way over here. can right objects that have been knocked over. We can't take a slice of pizza for ourselves, which I understand that's probably leaving DNA at the scene. But I can't help but feel like I, want to. Where does this thing go? You're here.
Something is blocking the way.
I see. This all went to this stuff in the corner. Let's just mend that. And you go here. Back up on the wall. Back here.
Slowly
Back
growing.
here.
Tired of this?
Don't get too tired. Oh, okay, and now that you're placed, now we can put the cushions back on properly. You there. And you there. A guitar player, huh? for as much of a scumbag as I'm sure this is, it's kind of hard not to read some humanity into that. This here. This... Oh, come on, how far could this have gone? Right there. Would you ever know what this place looked like just a few minutes ago? I mean, to me, that's the creepiest thing, that there will be someone living here soon, and they'll have no idea. We can take our broken boards away as well. Let's do all that. We could take an alternate route, I suppose. Probably not a good idea. We could send down the fire escape. Again, we probably want to leave this in as much the state as we found it as possible. Go here. And that's everything back in place. Alright, now... let's see what Ty's additional horror story is. Oh my god.
The actual fuck. Seems like our guy had another hobby.
Alright, I take back what I said about the humanity. Oh my god. Sounds like Ty may have done the world a favor, actually.
Why do psychos love classical music so much?
Well, it's ours now, and I guess that's been added to the list of things we can access from our own menu. Oh wait, I could swear I saw earlier we can play our own music. Look at this.
I should never have gotten involved with this. Looks like Rob was a real freak.
So there's at least one body here now, but there were more at another time. Oh my god.
My stomach's already in knots.
Okay, well at this point this feels like arson, murder, and jaywalking.
Things change from really, really bad to absolutely horrible.
Christ. He's making art from the blood. I don't think a sponge is going to help very much with this, although the water did put out the candle. Yeah, let's just destroy that and get it out of here in garbage bags. My god. Look at all this. He's got multiple pieces.
Damn, she was just a student.
And here's where we have conflicting emotions. We have to take care of this. We have to. But that means that they'll never be found. No one will ever know what happened to them.
That's very vintage, just like me.
I mean, we can't even call in an anonymous tip. all of this is gonna have to come too, right?
At this point, might as well sell some drugs on the side.
I mean, I can't argue. It's all for your daughter after all, right? Well, let's get to work then.
I feel sorry for you, but if cops were to come sniffing around, I could get in trouble.
And so this is where we're left, and unfortunately, like really unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to start treating bodies just the same way as we would any other trash. And so I didn't quite make the truck bed like I had hoped. Let's get you down from here.
If I bail, the cops will find out what happened here, sooner or later. This might lead them to Tyler. Tyler will surely lead them to me.
Or at least that's how you rationalize it. I mean, look, if the guy's just gone, that's bad enough, because they'll never get the closure of catching a suspect. But in this case, they'll never even know what happened to them, and that's arguably worse. I'm sorry. Come on.
Yesterday,
There
I
you
was
go.
an ordinary janitor. Now, I'm dragging a dead girl to my car. But I have other people to look out for.
Seems like all we have is strength and clean. Honestly, it's fine. All I care about is getting this done. I came in here thinking that maybe I would be like that guy from John Wick, who you give him the coin and he just makes all your problems go away. I suppose that's what I am to the clients, but it seems like we're a little bit more introspective than that, which is good for something like this. That's the thing about the criminal underworld, is that with the characters you're dealing with, you can't expect rationality. You just never know what it is you're gonna get. Wait, can the sponge also be loaded with detergent? It can. Alright, well that should help for dealing with difficult stains. Really, we should be removing this canvas and just bringing it all into the garbage, right? But sure, do the impossible. I mean, honestly, we could probably find very lucrative work with these skills as a dry cleaner. I suppose there's actually a commentary to be found in this as well, huh? I mean, it's almost like we're an artist in reverse. Oh, and I'm starting to see, yes, this stuff is limited. But probably worth it in the moment. Yes, that is much, much more effective. It's a thankless, repetitive task, but one which has to be done. And isn't it just so satisfying? Isn't it just so satisfying to see such horrid things be wiped away? I guess this is almost therapeutic in that way, right? Even if the police may not see it that way. We gotta destroy it all. Break it all down.
Fucking psycho.
Yeah. Well, hey, at least we're taking fuel away from the true crime nuts, right? Alright, now, garbage bag. It's never gonna hold all this. Wait, am I not actually... Okay, there we go.
Need to empty the trash can first.
Yep.
What a rotten luck. To end up having to cover up for a serial killer.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. You could not have predicted this. down. I'm assuming we get rid of the garbage bags the same way as we get rid of the bodies, by tossing them into the back of our truck, right? I mean, I suppose from a certain point of view, there's little difference. Let's carry all this stuff out of here. We're gonna need a bit of a pipeline. I guess we don't need to get rid of this guy's weed farm, but that's the stuff that'll probably be discovered once his clients come knocking. I mean, that's how it'll go, right? They'll come looking, the police will come looking when he's missing, find all this, and assume he skipped town. There's the story that we find, and there's the story we leave behind. Alright, now we want to take this thing away. Can we perhaps pick this up so that it doesn't look like it was left open? If we open this window, we would have a quicker pipeline downstairs, but at this stage, I don't really feel like risking my life on top of everything. Yep. And... yep. And I'm not entirely sure if we need to, but just for my own peace of mind, I feel like we should leave all these doors closed. Or is that more suspicious? I don't know. This is the kind of thing that would torment me. That's the thing about being a criminal, is that you're going to be looking over your shoulder forever. From people who aren't happy that you did this, from people that may be looking into it, always wondering, did I get everything? I'll tell you one thing, we've done at least a pretty good job. But we may want to get some kind of cover for our bed here. Are we really going to drive out like this?
3 bodies in my car. Is it still me behind the wheel?
That's a question that's only going to get harder to answer as we go. Wow, that took 47 minutes. Time just flew by, believe it or not. But we did our job well. And now it's on to the next, because when you're in like this, you never get to leave. I'm talking about both parenting and the organization we work for. And it is a nice chunk of change for 47 minutes work, I've got to say. Ooh, secrets. Oh, there was so much more to find if we had explored. Okay, what that shows is that the areas outside of the cleaning area need to be gone over with a fine-tooth comb as well. This is going to be a game that rewards diligence.
Son of a... Is that how you raised your son, Paul?
So I figured I'd come back here. I'm recording this after the fact because I want to see about some of those Easter eggs we could have found. And I've been thinking, like, through the entire game, I've been like, where do I recognize this voice actor from? And I'm pretty sure he's the guy who voiced the player character in Drug Dealer Simulator. Alright, so one of the things was we never found a use for Shamrock Key back here. We can also perhaps try and go up and over here. Never mind the murder scene.
This piece of junk still operational?
Huh, that's cool. It looks like this guy had actually set up a little hangout spot on top of the window washer. Seems a bit overkill for a building of this size. Ah-ha-ha! Boarded windows down here. Alright, yep. And yep. And yep.
It's like I'm sneaking into somebody's dream.
You're not kidding. What is this, the Hypnotoad channel? Ooh, there's some drugs we can steal. Another cassette. Come on. Epitaph of a Good Friend. I guess that's just playing now. And some money we can steal. Roses are red, just like my blood. Now I'm clean and sober, but my dad's still, wow, can't count on him or anyone else. No one ever gets me like my dead girls do.
It's like some poet said, man is the most soulful predator on Earth.
Surprisingly poignant for a game like this. Also, what the heck is this thing? A gold hand statue? It's worth $700, so I'll take it. Man, we could have gotten so much more from this.
This is not the way.
Ah. These look like gold. Can we take these too? I guess not. But that still doesn't tell us where we use the clover key. I'm seeing an open area over there, and ooh, perhaps something on top of this building here? Yes, right here. Ah, there's a picnic area here. Or at least a romantic...
and chill.
This game is amazing. God, I love these secrets. But there's still... That still doesn't answer where we use the shamrock. But I think I just figured out where we do. Alright, if we drop down here... Oop. Well, I guess we don't take fall damage. Ooh. This seems like the clover door. We can find something here.
What the hell is wrong with people? Why do they accuse me of inappropriate behavior towards my plants? I love my plants more than anything. I would never hurt them. Nobody's talking about the guy from 23. I've seen him selling some dead leaves to strangers. He even smells funny. But no, you go on a movie date, we send you one time, and suddenly you are a weirdo.
For once, I'm lost for words.
Something tells me in this line of work you'll be at a loss a lot more often. But okay, we've got 2 doors to check out. Let's start with this one. Huh.
That's a strangely well-kept place. Priorities, I guess.
This is actually really cool. Just a hidden away little place to relax. But I imagine there's probably like an achievement or something for getting a ball in, right? Yep.
That's how it's done.
There we go. No matter how many times I hit it, I couldn't get it to stop bouncing off.
A key. Where am I supposed to find a key in this mess?
I believe I already did.
No way through without finding that key first.
Again, pretty sure I already did. Oh, wait, no, there's one right here.
Same keychain as before.
Maybe I have to find 3 of them? Oh, never mind. I'm very confused.
I have a weird feeling about this place.
That's okay. Just make sure you profit while you're at it. Price the sun. These are just notes, nothing weird. Also, did my... Oh, the flashlight has limited battery, or it's rechargeable. Ah, I get it. There must be one key to that door and one for this.
Use it as fertilizer.
Huh. Flipped a brick into an empire, huh? Holding the grandeur of the Venetian-inspired marvel, the Jamans were inspired to craft this opus as a tribute to its magnificence. Well, I guess they're gone. And we don't need to see how that comes to pass. Photo with Paul. Well, now we can upgrade our skill tree. So here we have things for the mop. Mops get stained 25% slower. Oh, but we've got to choose our build. Tell you what, keeping the bucket near us is always easy. I think I'm going to take increased strength. And we'll take increased resistance on the mop, because that's kind of more of our workhorse. We'll also do that, and that will be our first skills spent. So we've got to decide between moving fast and moving efficient, and I think efficient is how we want to do things. Oh. Hey, buddy, what are you up to?
Who's a good boy?
Very good boy. Who let the dogs out achievement? Pet Dexter. Oh, who's a good Dexter?
Sorry, Dexter, but it's no time for a walk.
You know, I just realized the name may be a reference to somebody else who somewhat shared our line of work. Alright, where's that phone? Actually pretty smart that we don't keep it on us during a job.
Mr. Kowalski, sorry to bother, but I have some good news and some bad news. Bad news first, Rob's boss, Big Jim, found out what we did. And he's the scariest guy I know. But, here's the good news. He's not mad at all. In fact, he is so cool with what happened and is impressed by your skills, he'll probably hire you. So, yeah, good luck.
This is insane. What the hell did you get me into, Tyler?
Oh, so this wasn't us already being involved. This was just a really good favor for a friend. And now we're in. That's always how it happens, isn't it? They don't exactly put up job applications. Well, let's have a look at Dad's cave. Here's our menu. Here's our bedroom. And here's our daughter's room. Elena. She's seriously ill and requires some really expensive treatment. And I wonder, is our wife out of the picture? This game has got to be the darkest possible interpretation of Do It For Her. Dear Mr. Kowalski, I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing to provide an update on your daughter Elena's health status following her recent medical examinations. Elena has undergone a comprehensive set of tests, and the results indicate that her condition requires immediate and sustained medical attention. To facilitate her recovery, it's crucial that she undergoes an extended treatment program at a specialized facility. This program will be both long-term and intensive, ensuring that she receives the best possible care. However, I must inform you that this treatment will be costly due to the advanced medical procedures and the prolonged stay required in the healthcare facility. Best regards, Dr. Hugo Stevens. Well, you say it that way, but it's not like it's a choice. You do everything you possibly can for her. Everything. Imagine going to bed with all this on your mind.
But what if that motherfucker finds out?
No worries, pals. He's too dumb to suspect a thing.
Loving familia. Just don't chicken out at the last moment, gentlemen.
I mean, yeah. Just shove it down his throat.
Got it in the bag, guys. Big Jim? More like a big pussy.
How can you not get sick when cleaning your own home after all that?
My name is Jim. Big Jim. The dead guy in your trunk, Rob, used to push the product for me. He had this freaky hobby, and I was looking to cut ties anyway, so no sweat.
You knew.
But I have to say, I'm impressed by what she did in his apartment. That shit'll never look better. So, here's the deal. You either start cleaning for me, or I'll have someone else wiping your blood off my shoes. Sounds fair?
Going from underpaid janitor to working for the biggest crime boss in the city? Talk about overnight success.
Why was that such a judgmental look from the dog? Who am I kidding? Dogs always know.
How are you doing, Dexter? Did you know Daddy started a criminal career?
Well, at least you're taking it in stride so far, to be honest. If you're able to push this stuff to the back of your mind, you're probably somewhat excited about it. I mean, it's a financial relief. And it's not like you're actually doing the killing, and it's not like anyone wants to kill you. Of course, that situation can change on a dime, and they've already made that very clear. Alright, well, we actually don't go straight here. It says, accept missions on your computer. We've got a few things. This one's from Elena. The clinic is not that bad. Hi, Dad. I know you're busy working, but I wanted to let you know how I'm doing. It's still weird living without you, but I'm slowly getting used to this place. We have normal classes. There are other kids my age, and some of them are really nice. I think they even want to be friends. I guess it's not as bad as I thought, but I really miss you. Yeah, I hope I can see you soon. Say hi to Dexter from me. Love you. I mean, just think, she's not even in our life right now, off in that facility, so even though we're working for her, we come home to an almost empty house. Application for a loan rejected. Mr. Kowalski, your application for a loan was rejected. Sadly, with your current janitor salary, you don't qualify for any of our offers. Wishing you all the best. Leon the Loan Master. I am getting serious John Q levels of rage just from reading this fictional story. Wellness problems from Big Jim. The job you did at Rob's was commendable. I got a trial task for you, and later a real job. Remember, working for me means high pay, but I demand loyalty. Now, let's get down to business. Take all the supplies you need and head to Mike's Wellness Center. Mike's my cousin, by the way. If you prove yourself, I'll reward you handsomely. Body count 5. But the money is good. Trial by blood. I mean, looking down at this place, I can't help but compare myself to the guy with that creepy attic of horrors.
Who's a good boy? Who's not working for a mob?
And also Elena says hi, which is what I had hoped he would say. Oh, let's go. Oh, we've got a whole world map. I guess we can replay missions from here. A powerful mob boss, Big Jim, wants me to prove my worth before hiring me. It seems that a spa called Mike's Wellness Center needs some cleaning. This is your trial job, huh? I can't wait to see what the real ones are like.
It'll be a long night. Big Jim, the man you never want to mess up with, or even know in the first place. To kill his own family like this, his name will haunt me until my grave.
Mr. Cleaner, are you there?
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Kowalski. I'm now taking charge of this place as an inheritance from my cousin, so my schedule is pretty tight. However, you can take your time while dealing with his body and this whole mess.
Thanks. I'm getting down to work.
That's what I like to hear.
So we're kind of like polar opposites then, huh? We'd do anything for our family and, well, this is what you did to yours. I imagine I can find some place to put my bucket in here. Lamp. A lamp can be invaluable in some dark rooms where it's hard to see every detail. You can place it on the floor and turn it on to provide a strong light, illuminating nearby areas without a need to constantly operate it. Excellent. We still don't have a flashlight, though, even though one is listed in the controls. Ah, a UV lamp. And that can also reveal bloodstains. Yeah, I would rather do this than use the cleaner sense. I mean, I guess the cleaner sense can see other things, but this just makes more sense to me. We've still got to find, though, our place to put things down. Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, that must be the pressure washer. And here we have this regular lamp. All right, useful. And here is a key card. All right, well, we can place this around the corner. And this should be a fine place to work from for now. We don't need to worry about any of our detergents. We'll save that since it is limited for things that are a little bit more stubborn and difficult. We've also just upgraded this thing, so that should all be good. And out of several, this room is good as new. Oh, not quite. I was worried about missing a spot before, but now I'm thinking we really don't want to let Big Jim down. I mean, I get the feeling that coming here is...
Welcome to Miko's Spa and Wellness, place which you never want to leave.
Mess will always be somewhere. And we can't even scrub that off the wall. I can't help but feel that coming to this job in particular is meant to serve as a warning. If this is what I did to them, imagine what I'll do to you. Now, this seems like a good place to try out the power washer, right? So let's put you here. and use you. There we go, that works just fine. And hey, I guess this place already has convenient drains in the floor. Problem is, some of this blood kind of blends in with the marks in the ground, the texture of the tile. And that's no good at all. Now, like Power Washer Simulator, we can change the nozzle. But here we're just switching between horizontal and vertical. That's alright. But I believe there's only so far we can go from the thing before, yep. Right, so we'll have to move it with us as we go. Otherwise, though, this seems a much better alternative to just kind of mopping everything.
I'll have to search the lockers for evidence as well.
Yes, and we can use these to open them. Okay, let's get the lamp out here. It may seem like there's enough lighting, but really it's more mood lighting. There we go. This is not ideal for these surfaces. Oh, it's out of water. Go. Any phones are gonna have to be collected for sure.
Those pasta eating Mama Mia's make me sick. But as I've been shopping, taking out Big Jim. I got connections with his cousin Mike from the old school days. I'm gonna sweet talk him into slipping some poison into Jim's family dinner. Your job? Make sure no funny business happens during our meeting.
They had a well thought out plan. Mike and Rick could execute well, but got executed instead.
So I guess Big Jim's got eyes everywhere. Also, they weren't the best at concealing their crimes, so there's that. Now, where does one put something like you? Answer, probably doesn't really matter just yet. Did I just see something on the floor? Not sure. That's one body here, one more over there. Anybody else in the pool? No? Once again reminding that we do not want to miss any spots. This kind of feels in a lot of ways like the aftermath of a really botched Hitman level or something. Like, it's got that feeling of the art of murder, if that makes any sense. That first level was actually really appropriate. It frames all this up as a reverse canvas for us to unpaint. And we take satisfaction in doing so. Of course, it is really difficult to, like, commentate on something like this because, you know, ultimately it is just a repetitive task. Very relaxing, but not really much new going on as we go. And so, in games like this, I do tend to just kind of let my mind wander and talk about whatever. I think I actually saw a horror short about this very concept once. It was, you know, this cleaner, a legit crime scene cleaner, is in this apartment where a horrible crime took place. But she's there, like, well into the night, all alone. And it does kind of start to get to her. Nerves all on edge. Just thinking about what happened there and what might still be lingering. Which is a thought I had not considered until just now at this very moment. I mean, if you believe in ghosts, it might be pretty hard not to feel eyes on you while you're doing this, huh? Actually, that's probably one of the bigger reasons I couldn't do this job. I'd get used to it. Alright, let's start picking this stuff up. All this broken glass has got to go. Thankfully, it doesn't really seem to take up all that much volume.
I'm not a garbage man. I'm a trash collector.
Or at least we will be once we pick these scumbags up, am I right?
What the actual fuck? I've seen people slicing pizza with this.
I had thought that was the only thing you could do with this. The only thing effectively, anyway. Let's get this ground cleared. A lamp. Not a lamp, actually. One of the sconces off the wall. Hang on, let's just put you back where we found you. Did you grab onto that while you were being attacked, or did somebody use it as a bludgeon or something? There we go. Let's just uncover all that beautiful artwork beneath. It's all about restoration, you know? Now I imagine you guys... Yeah, you're probably getting put in the cart, right?
One slice to the throat did the trick. Pretty quick death, given the circumstances.
Yeah, well, I don't think that'll be of much consolation to Elena if the same happens to us. I can't help it. I've got to tidy as I go. The one over there sort of suggests that... Yes, right here. Oh no, it's still got blood on it. Nope. Everything must be clean. Everything must be perfect. Can't disappoint Big Jim. Want to reiterate that we are walking through the reason why. And moving this back reveals that we absolutely did miss spots. Oh no. Okay, now I'm really paranoid. Okay. Let's finish up in here. And then we can start making our way up the steps. Let's bring this back over this way. Keep our work close. I'll be honest, that tutorial was pretty great because it was a good way to showcase a lot of the tools at our disposal, all while throwing us right in at the deep end and showing us in a larger sense what this game is going to be. The fact that this absolute bloodbath with 5 bodies is considered a moderate job, we're in for something crazy. I'm sorry, Big Jim. I hope you don't care about those lost assets. Then again, you do seem like a glass half full kind of guy. We just gotta make sure that that half is full at all times. There's another key.
Why did they even bother locking them?
Well, presumably they didn't expect to get murdered. It literally sprayed all the way up into the ceiling. Does this job come with a scaffolding tool? Kind of feel like I could use it. Let's wipe it away as best we can, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the higher stuff. At least he had the courtesy to do all this in a place that's pretty much entirely tile, right?
Blood, I'm seeing red now.
Oh, don't worry, it gets worse. How am I getting it that up there? Well, maybe we'll just have to come back to that later. In the meantime, there's still 4 guys here and 3 to
I
locate.
need to open it from the other side.
So we've got to break into the women's room. This guy had a gun.
Apparently, criminal savoir-vivre does not allow taking weapons to the sauna.
A whole lot of good that did them. Do they have any rules against pizza cutters? Now, another thing that I'm wondering, should we maybe keep that for ourselves? Will we? Big Jim doesn't know about this, right?
Mateo's Pizza? I'll order one with pineapple for me and Dexter. Won't budge. I need to find a matching card.
Okay, so that's everything we've got so far. Do we maybe want to clean the absolute filth that's in here? I guess not. let's start worrying about some of the trash that's in here. Remembering the keybinds, like pressing a key will always be tougher for me than scrolling. That's one bag. Thankfully, they make this pretty easy. If we pick this up, maybe we can place it here and climb up on it. We sort of can. Will it be enough is the question. It sort of will. I think we should actually come back with the power washer. I think that'll be smarter. And we can fill you up right there. That bar is how we know how full you are. And you are actually probably the much better solution for this. So let's go like that. And just wash away all the sins from this horrid place. I sort of get the impression these may not be the first murders committed here. Alright, all good. I mean, if we leave this below a certain density, it sort of just looks like wine. That's something you'd find in a place like this, right? Maybe I'm just getting lazy. We've still got 3 bodies unaccounted for, and that means that there's still plenty of horrific scenes to discover around here. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to make a path to you. I kind of wish we could actually make a little bit more of a mess for ourselves. It was somewhat obnoxiously done in Viscera, but I think a slightly tamer version might do well here. Give a sense of order of operations, you know? There's blood running down your chest.
Huge guy. Probably a bodyguard. Swiss cheesed with a sharp object.
Maybe the pick that we saw in the intro? There you go.
Fully relaxed, not knowing someone is about to stab him. Peaceful death. To some extent.
So they didn't come in here running and gunning Hotline Miami style. It was a vicious raid, probably enacted on some signal after they were already in here, the people they were just chilling with. I think I saw the pick on the ground right there. Never to be found.
Someone was feeling stabby today.
Never to be found. I would actually like to know just how we're actually disposing of all this stuff afterwards, because that's kind of the important part. Although, it would be interesting to see a trial play out when the bodies are found, but the scene is not. I mean, that's got to leave both a lot and so little for them to go on. They know what happened, but never knowing how. Let's just get that right off of you. Hey, if you're not going to use this furniture anymore, can I have it? There we are. And back to the garbage. Oh, do we need to break you? Do we need to break you before we can put you in our bag of horrors? I swear what a thankless job this is. And there's some in the pool. That's really dangerous. Also, something I hadn't thought about, just how are we dealing with this? Two more in the sauna.
Remember not to stay in the sauna for too long, as it may cause sleep disturbances or negatively affect your well-being.
Well, that guy in the corner there was shot. This one I'm not sure about.
The NB letters on his tattoo could stand for Norman Bates. Or Nomad Block, the notorious street gang. Either way, he shouldn't have gotten in Jim's way.
Well, he's in my way for the time being. And I also don't like people being in my way.
Our solarium guarantees a very even tan all over the body. Please enjoy
Oh my
it to the
god.
fullest.
More like a very balanced barbecue experience all over the body.
They just trapped him in there. That was with extreme prejudice. That's a big contrast to the ones who never saw it coming. All right, let's move you over here so we can actually see what we're doing. Is that soot? That's skin soot. Oh, with 8, we can equip the UV lamp, which is over there. Beth says, "I'm bored out of my mind, hubby. Been here for an hour." Mike says, "Just 10 more minutes, baby. I'll make it up to you. Buy me a jacuzzi like the one you have here. When we take Jim out, we can sell this whole business."
She was Mike's wife, apparently. They were planning a coup, but Jim outsmarted him.
Early warning, and it's all over.
Cleaning comes before fixing.
Okay, but I feel like I can't do much of anything until this is out of the way. Alright. Okay, let's get the UV lamp in here then. Deploy it here. And that shows us everything we need to see. Off you go. Nope, no. You're not done yet. There we are. And, how are we removing you from this contraption? Oh my god.
That's what I call a gruesome death. The pursuit of beauty can be fatal.
In you go.
Sorry for what happened, ma'am. We don't think about it daily, but the human body is such a soft machine.
I mean, forget all the blood that's going to be leaking out of these corpses. What are we going to do about the smell? One of you was burned.
Shot dead at close range. This must be Mike, the owner of this place.
Former owner of this place. I knew he always wanted to get at me. But he crossed the line by getting in contact with the other gangs. And nobody ever crosses Big Jim.
Hey, at least it's more work for me.
That's the spirit.
So keep on your good side and you can be something somewhat analogous to a friend. Alright, so now the question is, which piece of this do we want to take on first? I guess we'll start with the tanning beds, because it's going to be a little bit more of an annoying job because it's so dark in there.
There, no one will even notice.
Okay, let's get to work. This is actually a bit stubborn, isn't it? Maybe this would be a better job for the power washer? This doesn't seem correct, but we may as well try it, right? It works. But as before, it is extremely stubborn. This ash just doesn't want to come out, does it? The more stubborn it is, the more I think about what it actually is that's baked onto these surfaces. I mean, it's not just soot, is it? It's flesh burned off. The sponge is actually making pretty short work of it. I mean, hey, it's got the gristle, right? There we are. Ah, there's so much more. This UV lamp is really quite useful in dark areas. Maybe that's why there's no flashlight. Maybe we're encouraged to work in these conditions, you know? I mean, having the UV lamp out, it's kind of like watching a photographer work in a dark room, isn't it? I mean, an artist using their specialty tools. Things have got to be done just right. Although spread across the wall like this, it's still kind of hard to see.
That's a piece of work.
Yeah, this one in particular sure is. There we go. Just had to get up a little bit higher, and that is this room good. So you come with us, and we'll start our work on... Oh my god. You know, every time I think like, oh yeah, no, that's us getting pretty much done, right? I have a look in the corner and realize, nope. Every direction we point our head is a complete horror show all its own. And stuff like this is the easy part. We gotta pick up those shell casings as well. Ah, and there's the card that I thought I had picked up earlier. In a place full of gangsters, pretty much every locker is an evidence locker. It's so satisfying, though. As I go about this work, I find myself constantly thinking, like, okay, what would happen if the cops were to come in here right now? Like, say I'm gone, I'm not caught in the act. What would they be able to do with things as they remain? It's a game I've always played with myself in Viscera Cleanup Detail, and, well, now it's actually very relevant. Like, if we were to go now, there'd be a lot of blood, but no bodies. It would be very clear that some murders happened in here and in the pool, but not so much in the showers and not so much in the tanning beds. A lot of the murder weapons will have been picked up. They might come away from this probably thinking that fewer people had died than really did. All that said, though, this is definitely the all-or-nothing kind of job, where you have to make sure that you were thorough. There's another thing we can use in there. Oh, we only needed to go around to here. Alright, this stuff is all open, and we can begin our work. Actually, as this room is yet unexplored... Okay. There was only one woman here, so I guess it makes sense that the lockers are not a crime scene. These are the kind of people that use a $100 bill as a bookmark. Sometimes you just don't feel bad. I mean, those shoes are probably worth something, right? And your blue meth, that appears to be. And the key to somebody else's thing. Oh, we had a card for you. Although all we find is some cigarettes and dirty rags. We can take that, though, and that's quite a lot to keep in your locker room at the spa, don't you think? Okay, so we've got one more card. That's men's 34, was it? Here we go.
You know, I'm something of a VIP myself.
Some of the things we loot from these places could be very useful at aiding in our survival should things go wrong, right? I mean, these are things that our employer does not know we have. Which I imagine gets us into here. I hadn't even noticed this earlier. Okay. That gets us into 14, where we find drugs
I'm taking this home.
and jewelry. After a bit of sleuthing, we now return to our regularly scheduled cleanup. That all looks good. This does not look good, but man, like, all I'm thinking after cleaning the apartment is thank you guys for dying in the most convenient environment possible, huh? This went underappreciated earlier, but I like how right before we received this job, we opened our day with cleaning the sink. I always love it in these kind of stories when they compare our day-to-day life to the gruesome work we do unbeknownst to everyone else. I mean, when you go through life doing stuff like this, yes, that's bad enough, but not even being able to tell anyone about it, you've got to start seeing the world around you differently, right? I mean, when everyone is just meat, these bags of blood that you have to clean up sometimes, it's got to be hard to only see that on the job, right? You've got to start seeing it when you're just in normal conversation with people in your life. What happens when you start seeing your daughter the same way? Come on. Just that one last stubborn stain. Maybe we'll have to get the power washer in here for that. Oh, you are completely full up. You know, with the volume that we're working with here, maybe I should have invested more in those upgrades. I think we're going to need to use the power washer just to get the stuff on the other side of the pool. Right here. Let's begin. Wiping the blood and keeping this place's good name. Because the people behind it may have been rats and traders, but it's still perfectly good real estate, right? I mean, bars are so yesteryear. If you're gonna have a gang hangout, follow the John Wick style. Make it a nightclub / spa like this, and enjoy all your criminal dealings in the pool rooms. That's the life I want. That took a lot. I'm still not quite sure what we're gonna do about all this. We can't push our way through here, meaning the power washer is actually going to be necessary here. Is there some place where we can actually drain this stuff? Some kind of necklace over here. Nope, don't fall in. Don't fall. Well, that was disaster dominoes. We can make our way around the edge, so it's not strictly necessary, I guess, to use the power washer. It just makes things a whole lot easier. Look at that. We open up onto a clear blue sky. Everything's gonna be okay. And there's a footprint that I missed. That's the kind of thing that would incite such panic in me the moment I saw it. What did I even do with the bucket? Let's make sure we get all those shell casings. I'm not seeing a way to drain the pool from here. And so I'm thinking that it's gotta be back here. Manual hacking. Sometimes you need to hack control panels to open certain doors. Clicking on them will start a hacking minigame. A set of digits will appear on your screen. The number at the bottom is a key you will need to follow to hack into the system by clicking on the digits above at the correct moment. That's when a moving line gets onto the desired digits field. Alright, so let's try it. We need 8. Oh, come on. Oh, and every time it goes, okay. 6, and we missed 5. Okay, that's kind of cool, actually.
Fuck.
Come on. You're going to lose some, but you've got to manage it.
I'm in.
Here we are. And Big Jim won't miss this tape, right? Surrender to the wind and let your mind wander the whimsical chaos of the skies. Sure, I'll take it. I guess that's what they play up here. Relaxing music for the soul. Not the worst place to go out, huh? Although I imagine a pizza cutter to the neck will somewhat take away from the tranquility. Now, VIP.
VIP access granted.
Yeah, thanks.
VIP access to what? Oh, and also, is there anything in here that we may be interested in? Besides these. Oh, and $100 just on the floor. Kind of surprised a place like this has pool toys. But what did that actually open for us? You people just leave loot all over the place, huh? We can enter the pool now. The question is just what did that VIP access actually open? Did I just step on a rubber ducky? Wow. Well, thankfully this doesn't appear to be a hidden serial killer's lair, but I guess we can help ourselves. I would not be willing to do this. Is this maybe a bad idea? I need it though. I really, really do. This one, I don't think we're gonna be able to get it out of here.
I'm sure Big Jim won't mind me taking it.
I'll consider it as your tip for the night.
I forgot you listen in on all my commentary, that this isn't just in my head. Oh god, there's things I've said that I probably wouldn't want you hearing. But at least we know what the score is. Women's 18. Wait, but then if it's back here, she must be somebody pretty important, right? Everything I touch turns to gold, then to coal, then to rust, then to dust.
It might be worth something.
It just might be. To be honest, that's a surprisingly humble attitude from these people, but probably a realistic one. Especially given the circumstances we're here under. Alright, let's break everything and unstain everything, because we have got a lot of work to do. Now, what is this in the middle? There's something here.
Another one. Probably slipped out of the hands of a clumsy criminal.
Yep. When you guys don't have time to be thorough, I guess we have to be. Wait, what is that? Hang on, no. Even the rubber duckies are packing heat. Oh my god. That is hilarious. But I love this. I love the idea of like secrets that can allow you to skim a little more off the top, to get more out of these jobs by poking around a bit. I mean, hey, if it's gonna be the unethical version of this line of work, might as well lean into it, right? Especially given the stakes. Also, I think it's quite telling that I've been on my second job now, and I'm already more worried about stealing from the wrong person than I am about getting caught in the act. One sends me to jail, the other something much worse. I'm quite pleased with how quickly this is going. Since we've got to take you out of here anyway, let's see about opening up that locker, shall we? I mean, really, it's just evidence collection, right? These duckies are everywhere. They're like the bears in Infra. Too cold to make it to the recording session. Beat for Bobby.
Hey, yo. This is my demo song for Rockefeller Records. And, hey, here we go. Hey, yo, I'm the shit. Rick better sign me quick. I'ma find Big Jim and end him with a rice and ice cold since the day one. No mad block, the prodigal son. I'ma do it with your mom. What? The fuck you want from my mom? Wait, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, man. Don't hit me.
What would the kids nowadays say? Not making it out of the hood with this one.
This game is doing something that is really overlooked in games, but I think it's the thing that ensures success and, well, whether or not anyone remembers it. And that's having personality to it, and this has certainly got it. It's extremely dark, and it plays that seriously, but there's also a good amount of black comedy in there as well, without compromising on the serious tones. It feels very Vince Gilligan, if I were to put it that way. And kind of fitting, too, because at this stage, we are basically Mike Ehrmantraut.
No taint is safe against me.
Let's break all this stuff just so we can get it out of here. It bothers me that it's all just around. And that's it. This place is entirely bloodless. Wait, where's my garbage can? There we go. Here. Thank you. And I believe that's it for now. Oh, nope. One more was hiding. No trash can hide from me. Alright, now, where do you go? There you are. It really bothers me that things like this don't have to be picked up, that you can just be left scattered in disarray. Sure, it's not evidence of a crime, really, but, you know, it's still bothersome. We've got some furniture to move back. We've got to start walking all these bags back to the end. Maybe at some point we can get like a cart or something. There we are. Oh, it only needs to be in the tarp area. That's our collection area. That makes things a bit easier. Maybe we can toss it in from here? There we go. I wonder if there's an achievement for actually tossing one of the bodies into the bed of the truck from the apartment. Is that a morbid thought? Am I acclimating to this too quickly? There's the last of the trash, and it looks like that may just be all of it. So if we can start moving this stuff to the exit, Oh wait, no, it's by area. So there is still a little bit of blood to be found here. Alright, let's not get negligent. Let's do a once-over of every room before we leave. Although, I must say, given the before and after, I am quite proud of my work. I guess you could say I do the opposite of paint houses, huh? I had not noticed this ring here. And it's telling me 98% blood is removed in that zone, so we should have another once-over. Okay, there's that. Now all we really have to worry about is fixing some furniture out here. We do actually have to move the plants back. So where's the other one then? Oh, right here. And you can probably go right here. And that's this area cleaned. I do believe that's everything, so let's just do one last sweep. Make sure that we've picked up after ourselves. And I think this will be one very, very well-paying job with a very well-paying side loot as well. I mean, we made out with like thousands from that. Let's just make sure everything's closed so as not to arouse suspicion. And I think we can close the door on this chapter of our life. I wonder if at a certain point the money will start to be attractive and not just an obligation. We got it all. Came in just under an hour. Which is quite a bit faster considering, well, it took 45 minutes to do a much smaller apartment. Look at all that. You can see the full list. We practically doubled our money just from stealing stuff, and Big Jim's totally fine with it. He almost seems like a chill boss. These guys, well, they definitely had to go. Maybe he's not so bad, he said. Still, we've been paid at this stage roughly $10,000 an hour for our work. Well, in any case, we're done here. And I'd say that's a job well done. We have a bunch of additional skills to mess with, and ooh, a whole lot of things to use them on. I was only looking at one screen earlier. Ozinator weakens nearby stains in time, making them easier to clean. Handy axe, partner in destruction. And small ladder to help reach difficult spots. I feel like that's a no-brainer. There's a whole lot we can do, though. What about tools? Increased bag capacity, that is definitely something we want. And the number of bags, yes, we want all of that. But things start to cost more as well. An additional lamp would probably be good. And a flashlight, okay. I definitely do want the flashlight. Better pressure washer. And what are you? Increased tank capacity by 30%, absolutely. Everything is really, really limited this early, especially when it's a total bloodbath. But these upgrades are actually fairly significant. Okay. And the money, it seems like the money isn't directly involved in the story. It's more, it gets converted to skill points, that's our use for it. And the rest goes to our family's needs.
Daddy is a criminal now, but you're still a good boy.
Yes, he is.
Mr. Kowalski, congratulations. Congratulations, you're hired. Just stick with me and nothing bad will happen to you. Is that clear? Anyway, gotta hang up. Ladies don't like waiting. Call you soon.
So, I'm hired by the mob. Organized crime, here I come.
Well, like it or not, this is the life we're in now, and God help me, I sorta like it. So that was Crime Scene Cleaner, and it's a lot of fun. I really like how it's taking itself seriously, having a bit more realistic cleaning gameplay, obviously applying it to such a grim subject matter, and actually integrating the story appropriately. And not to mention, it's using that story to add an extra angle to it, a reason to be more thorough and really clean the place out. Still, the whole time, it feels like, as with all crime stories, sooner or later the other shoe's got to drop, and we've got to wonder, with all that we have at stake, is it worth it? Right now, it still looks like it is. It feels like these days Steam is absolutely packed with like every niche job simulator you could want, and a lot of them are really, really cheap, even if they do give you an experience you wouldn't be able to get necessarily anywhere else. With this one, it's got some really refined and deep gameplay, it's got really satisfying gameplay, it's got a story that's got some teeth to it, and above all, it's just got some sauce. It's got the personality to make it memorable and give it an identity of its own. I mean, the house, the life we return to after all these jobs is a testament to that. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.